Good morning, beautiful people. Namaste. Many blessings to you all. Good morning, lovelies. So a question was put to me yesterday by one of my lovely friends, Marilyn. The question was how to help parents who are struggling with children at home who are feeling angry at the moment because of the lockdown. Okay, and I thought this was a very relevant question to be asking during these times for all of us, for most of us who have children, grandchildren even. This is a very stressful time, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and physically for all of us, as we are all being forced almost to be in each other's company 24/7. So that's testing in itself. So I just want to share with you my experience of this, being a mother the other day. On Saturday, just gone, I went out to go shopping to the local supermarkets, and I asked my 10-year-old daughter to come with me. She put up a lot of resistance. She didn't want to come to the shops. So we got into a bit of an altercation around this, as I was insisting that she needed to come out and get some fresh air. So in the end, she ended up crying, and it all sort of got really blown out of proportion, and I got quite irritable with her, saying, you need fresh air, you're coming shopping. Anyway, when I got to the crutch of it, she got very upset and she was crying, and she had her big winter coat on, hoodie up, zip up here over the face, and it was probably the hottest day of the year. So when we got to the crux, to the bottom of it, she was frightened of catching the C word, the corona. So I had to really reassess myself in that moment as a parent, because what it showed me was that I speak only personally always for myself. I've been putting so much focus on myself, my work, other people, the elderly, the neighbours, making sure everyone's okay, they need shopping doing for them, doing the odd errands, running around. And shamefully, I was able to see that I overlooked my most vulnerable, which was my daughter. Now, what we have to remember, the whole world is going through a shift in consciousness at the moment, okay? Collectively, the whole of humanity is going through a shift. Now, vibrationally, the world at the moment is calibrating on a level of anxiety and fear. Now, this has a detrimental effect on all of us. When we're just out there walking around on the street, the atmosphere is quite dense at the moment. As I said, people are angry, they're a bit fretful, they're, acting out of character. So what it showed me was, if we're feeling all of these emotions, uncertainty, confused, a bit angry, a bit sad, just not really knowing, living sort of in the moment day to day. Now, as adults, we are experiencing all of these emotions and many more. So why wouldn't our children or our grandchildren be feeling exactly how we are also? Well, actually they are. That's what it's shown me. So if your child or your grandchildren are acting a bit out of sorts at the moment, displaying anger, frustration, confusion, what I would normally say in this circumstance is that a child, unlike adults, normally does not have the emotional maturity to express their emotions and how they're feeling. So with a child, how they would express their emotions normally, if they can't verbally express it, would be, as we know, through anger or sorrow. So I suggest, as parents, carers, grandparents, we all practice temperance at the moment. Patience, nurturing, and being more loving and kinder to our children, especially, and our grandchildren. So when they are having a hissy fit and, you know, you feel like you're about to blow your top, I think the kindest thing we can do is count to 10. And remember, they do not have the emotional maturity like we do to express their anger or their confusion. So let's nurture our children. You know, I'm not saying if they're being a little shite, then reprimand them how you would normally reprimand them. You know the difference as a parent, as a grandparent. Come on, as a carer, you know your child better than anyone else, okay? Our children will be looking to us in this time to be their tower of strength. They will be looking at us for their support. They will be looking at us for their security. They will be looking at us for their safety. So the kindest thing we can do for our children, I would say at the moment, is switch off the news, okay? Do not expose your child's or grandchild's ears to anything in relation to the C word, the corona. And that also goes for radio, anything. Switch it off, okay? Unless they ask you specifically about the virus, please, let's shut down the propaganda and the media. This all has a mass impact on their subliminal, subconscious mind. They're like little sponges. They're absorbing everything. Be mindful as adults with the conversations you're speaking around the young people at the moment, okay? Make sure they're uplifting. Make sure you include laughter in your day. Have fun with your children. Be present with your children at this time. They need us more now than ever. They need to see that we are the warriors, okay? That life in the house is normal. Life goes on. Keep the routine as normalized as possible for our children and our loved ones, okay? Bake a cake. Yes. Be present with your child, okay? Check in on them emotionally, daily, okay? Make sure you're doing this with your children, okay? Don't just take it for granted they're okay, they're cool because they're in their bedroom on their phone. No. Check in daily with your children. Ask them, how are you today, my lovely? How are you feeling? Come here, give us a hug. Give them extra love. Give them extra hugs. Okay, and if they are displaying signs of anger, frustration, what I do with my daughter when her little mouth is going 10 to the dozen, brrr, and I'm just standing there looking at her, and she's, and I feel like, what I do, not all the time, but when I remember, is I look at her and I mantra over and over in my head, I am Sophia's unconditional love. I am Sophia's unconditional love at all times. I am Sophia's unconditional love at all times. While her little mouth is going 10 to the dozen, I keep on mantraing mentally, inwardly in my head. And I tell you what, the situation, whatever it may be, dissolves itself very, very quickly. So, as adults, emotional maturity that we have, and being centered beings and the warriors that we are going to show our children that we are full of love. So if your child is being angry, resentful, showing any of these emotions, what I suggest is whatever it is you want in your house, you need to be it first, okay? So if you want your child to be more peaceful, then you be peace. If you want your child to be more loving, give more love. If you want your child to be happier, then laugh more in your home, okay? Get up in the morning, change the routine. Get up in the morning, stick some happy music on, not the TV, happy music, get some fun, get some laughter in the house, do some stretches, do some crazy dances, get them out, go for a walk, go and get a croissant. Be present with your children at this moment and your grandchildren. Nurture them, fill them with love. And also, quickly, there is another thing called ionic zinc. Please have a look at this. This has had amazing studies with children with hyperactivity disorders, ADHD, for treating depression, low moods. It's basically brain food, okay? You can give your children 5 drops a day, and this will just help keep their serotonin levels in balance. Why not? If you believe it's going to work, it will work. That's how everything works in life. You have to believe it, and then you can achieve it. I've gone way over. I'm 12 and a half minutes. I'm going. I love you all. I hope this has been of some help. Remember, keep the love vibration strong, okay? Stay centered as parents, as spiritual beings that we are. And remember, keep shining your beautiful light, okay? We're all perfect just the way we are. I love you all. And I will see you on Monday. I'm having the weekend off. Any questions you would like me to talk about, please leave in the comments box below and I will endeavour to answer them. Much love. God bless.